Hey guys, Blast here, and welcome back to another Dead by Daylight video. So today we're doing another character concept. Well, chapter concept. Well, it's not really a... It's more of a paragraph chapter because it'll only be the killer. But, anyway, yeah, this first part isn't scripted, and I'm kind of, like, not in the mood. I'm just feeling tired. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, so forgive me if I come off as kind of odd. But, anyway... on my last chapter concept video, the Fallout one, I was looking through the comments as I tried to do, and I seen a lot of different ideas for chapter concepts they wanted to see me try to work on. And the one that caught my eye was one called Elfen, which was an anime I never heard of. So I looked it up, I read a little bit about it, I went to the wiki of the character that they wanted, and basically I have seen this anime. Maybe just a certain scene with the puppy, the scene that everybody talks about that's like really traumatizing. I seen that scene when I was a little kid, and it all came back to me. So yeah, I think this, out of all the different animes that could be added into, I feel like this Elfen, I don't know if I said the name already. Elfen is in the same category as Tokyo Ghoul, where they're edgy, dramatic, cool anime with lots of blood. And since Tokyo Ghoul isn't Dead by Daylight, Elfen I think could fit perfectly if it's done right. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first, we have to explain what Elfen is and about, because I didn't know what it was, so I'm sure I'm not the only one out there. So Elfen is a dark and emotional story created by Lin Akamoto about a girl named Lucy who belongs to a new kind of human called a Diclonius. I'm pretty sure is the way it's pronounced. Diclonius look almost normal but have small horns on their heads and invisible arms called vectors that can slice through anything. Because of this, people fear and torture them in labs, treating them like monsters. Lucy grows up alone and abused, which fills her with anger and hate toward humans. After escaping from the lab, she kills many people, but ends up being badly hurt, causing her to develop another side of herself called Neo, who is kind. I'm pretty sure Neo, N-Y-U, Neo? Sounds about right. Who is kind, innocent, and doesn't remember the violence. So she's split personality. Two college students, Koda and Yuka, find her and take care of her without knowing who she really is. The story follows Lucy as she struggles between her two sides, the gentle Neo, who wants love and to be loved, and the violent Lucy, who only knows pain and revenge. Her powers make her extremely dangerous, but her heart is broken and full of regret for everything she had lost. She's a really broken character that I think could be easily manipulated into being a killer for the entity. So now I want to explain a little bit of why Elfen could fit into Dead by Daylight as a potential chapter. So already the dual nature, the split personality of Lucy, or Neo, is not that far off from other broken and scarred killers in the game, such as, I would argue, Deathslinger, the Spirit, characters like that. Those are just the two off the top of my head. I don't know. Like I said, I'm kind of sleepy. But the whole theme of Dead by Daylight, the world of it, is dark, bloody, and unsettling. Lucy fits this perfectly. Her appearance with her small little horns, her emotionless expression, and she's just evil. She ends up being kind of evil, from what I've read. Plus, a character of her stature and kind of like weird telekinetic abilities isn't out of the question, because we have Sadako in the game, one of my favorite killers. Adding Lucy to Dead by Daylight would do more than bring an iconic anime character into the roster. It would expand the boundaries of what the game can explore. We already have killers from movies, TV shows, video games, and we already have stepped into the world of anime, being the Tokyo Ghoul chapter. Elfen is especially fitting because it's known for its gore and tragedy, and just, it's kind of depressing. And it matches, at least, the lore of Dead by Daylight. Anyway, to cut this section short, Lucy just embodies the themes of Dead by Daylight. I feel like she fits more into Dead by Daylight than Ken Kaneki does from Tokyo Ghoul, because Ken Kaneki, he's our main hero. He's a good guy. He does some crazy stuff, but he's more of an anti-hero rather than an actual straight-up hero. But he still tries to do good, while Lucy, on the other hand, kind of stops caring after a while, and that makes her in my choice, a better pick for a killer than Ken Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul. So now we're switching gears, and I'm going to start talking about the concept that I made for Lucy as a killer in Dead by Daylight. So Lucy will be known as the Diclonius. That will be her title. A cruel queen, Diclonius, capable of limiting survivors' choices and overpowering them while they're vulnerable. Her personal perks, Fearful Silence, Inhumane Cruelty, and Lucy's Rage, help her keep the survivors in suspense, punish them for progress, and help her endure any abuse that comes her way. Her power, Vector Arms. As one of the most powerful Diclonius in her realm, she gains access to telekinetic invisible Vector Arms to attack and toy with her foes. Special ability, Vector Block. The Diclonius is able to use her Vector Arms to block pallets and vaults while in chase by pressing and holding the power button to aim her Vector Arm and pressing the attack button to confirm the Vector Block, which will go on a short cooldown afterward. Each time you use your Vector Arms in chase, you gain a Vector Token. If you damage a survivor within 6 seconds of a Vector Block, you gain 2 Vector Tokens. New item, Vector Tokens. After performing successful blocks and also injuring survivors during a block, you gain Vector Tokens. These tokens can be used in a variety of ways, and you can hold up to 10 tokens at a time. You start the trial with 6 tokens. Special ability, Vector Protection. If you are stunned while you have a Vector Token, or while you have Vector Tokens, 2 tokens are automatically taken away, and the stun duration is reduced by 25%, and your red stain disappears for 45 seconds. You keep your terror radius. Special ability, Vector Strike. You can spend 4 tokens to set up a Vector Strike path by holding the power button and releasing it to fire the Vector Arm. Vector Strike will travel across the map until it hits its target. Targets can be survivors, boons, and generators. Survivors will be injured and scream, boons will be snuffed, and generators will begin to regress. Special ability, Vector Chaos. When at 10 tokens, you can unleash your Vector Arms by pressing and holding the power button, and then pressing the active ability button to command your Vector Arms to pull all survivors in your terror radius directly in front of you. You are slowed momentarily and all of your tokens are consumed. Survivors can hide in lockers to avoid Vector Chaos. So, I would already say that she's a strong killer. She's a little bit of Vecna, meaning in the way he could block pallets with his hand, the mage hand. And he's a little bit like the artist, or she's a little bit like the artist, where she could send her crows across the map. And then at the end of it, when she gets enough tokens, she can use Vector Chaos to pull everyone toward her. In her terror radius, of course, and then survivors can block it by getting to the locker. And then it's all the survivors. So if you grab 2 and one's injured that you're trying to get, a survivor can still take a protection hit, and you're also slowed for a few seconds once you do that move. It's basically just to get sight of the survivors, because sometimes it's hard to find them, and I'm just spitballing that she could pull them into her line of sight with her arms, because she's wicked powerful in the anime and in the story, because there's a manga too. But she's just wickedly powerful, and I can kind of see the entity nerfing her in a way that fits the trials, and this is what I came up with. So anyways, her power was pretty weird, but it was also fun to think about and write down. So anyway, let's move on to perks. Her first perk, Fearful Silence. Leave them in suspense, awaiting their swift end. When a survivor is hooked, Fearful Silence activates for 20, 30, 40 seconds. During this time, injured survivors in your terror radius have their auras revealed every 5 seconds and are affected by the Oblivious status effect. Survivor grunts of pain are reduced by 100%, and pools of blood last 50% longer. So this perk was a bit weird because I wanted a perk that implemented a feeling of suspense. And this is the best way, or not the best way, but this is a way I think it could be implemented, where both the survivor and the killer are extremely quiet, so you hear nothing. And this works if Lucy is a quiet killer, not like Nemesis where you hear his boots stomping, but other quiet killers. I think you could work with that suspense. Like Michael, even if you just hear his breathing, I don't know. I think it could work really well if certain conditions are met. But I was really happy with the way this perk came out. So let me know what you think. Anyway, moving on to the other one. Her second perk, Inhumane Cruelty. There is no salvation here, only vengeance remains. Every time a generator is completed, your next basic attack within 30 seconds inflicts the blindness, mangled, and hemorrhage status effects for 30, 40, 50 seconds. When all generators are completed, all injured survivors become afflicted with these status effects automatically for 45 seconds. Her third and final perk, Lucy's Rage. When cornered, your pain erupts into pure destruction. After being stunned by a pallet or blinded by a flashlight, you gain a 10% haste for 6, 7, 8 seconds and gain Killer Instinct on all survivors within 20 meters. This effect can only trigger every 30 seconds. So some extra info, or just some things I wanted to talk about, was so she's pretty regular stats wise. She moves at 4.6 meters a second, I think would be best. 32 meter tear radius, and she's short like Sadako. My biggest problem with this entire, I guess, chapter concept that I had a hard time coming up with was her basic weapon. I was thinking maybe it could be a shorter vector arm, but also I was a shorter vector arm similar to Vecna, because Vecna, all he's doing is using telekinesis to hold a knife, and then he basically throws the knife at people. And then Sadako, of course, just straight up hits you with the curse. So maybe something like those two. I don't know what the basic weapon could be, but like I said, if I had to choose something, I would say just another vector arm, which is, I don't know, because like she doesn't use weapons. I think she uses a gun, like in a scene or a few different scenes, but that's a gun. That's not like a knife or something. But anyway, let me know what you think. What would her basic weapon be? And let's move on to cosmetics. So I say her default should be her black dress with her striped stockings. That's like her normal attire, I guess, from what I've seen by looking at pictures of her. That could be her main outfit. And maybe she could have like a casual outfit, the bandaged outfit with the helmet on that I keep seeing on the covers. I think that's when she breaks out of the lab, I'm not too sure. And also maybe an outfit inspired by Niu, her softer personality, where she has like the red top and the orange skirt from the manga cover, I think. And that's really it for cosmetics, because like I said, I'm unfamiliar with this anime, but I wanted to look up and make a chapter because somebody requested it and I was interested in it, so that's what I came up with. Anyway, this was my Elfenlied concept chapter, more like a concept paragraph chapter, because it would only be her, but I think she's strong enough and popular enough to warrant a paragraph chapter, just like the Tokyo Ghoul one did. So anyway, thank you for the person that recommended this chapter. Oh god, voice crack. Told you, man, I'm not doing good today. And what else? Let me know what you think. I might do a little slideshow of a Mori. I don't know, because like it's hard to tell, because there's so many ways she kills people in the anime, so to choose just one, I'm kind of brainstorming one as I speak, but I don't know if I'm gonna include it. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like. Please comment down below about your thoughts in the video. Do you think Elfenlied fits? Do you like Elfenlied? Is it one of your favorites? Do you hate it? How do you feel about the new Halloween event? I'm recording this before gathering gameplay, so I don't know how the Halloween thing is gonna go. Let me know what you think about it. The Halloween event, I mean, for Dead by Daylight, it finally started, thank God. And I already said like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this or more videos from me. I would greatly appreciate it. And that's really it. That's all I have to say. So I see you guys in the next one. You guys stay safe. Bye-bye.